Now here are the top 5 stories you've been clicking on this week. First up at number 5, a man accuses police in Lewiston of profiling him because he's black. The Lewiston Police Department launched an internal investigation after a video of the incident made the rounds on social media. It all started when Khan Maiwan was out for a walk last week. He says he felt like police were following him, so he confronted an officer. The officer then arrested Maiwan for disorderly conduct. Maiwan admits he might have handled the situation the wrong way, but also says he believes he was unfairly targeted because he's a black man. He says he thinks there are cultural biases within law enforcement. Lewiston police say the video doesn't tell the whole story and that the officer and a substance abuse counselor were responding to a call when Maiwan walked by and interfered. Once the department's internal review is done, the case will go to the Maine Attorney General's office for review. For now, Maiwan is out on bail until he goes to court in June for the disorderly conduct charge. At number 4, a serious crash shut down part of a busy part of Interstate 295 in Falmouth. This happened on Tuesday night. Emergency crews were called to the southbound lanes of the highway near mile marker 13 around 10:30 in the evening. Several cars were involved in the crash, and drivers were asked to avoid the area while police investigated and crews got the road cleaned up. The good news, according to state police, no one was hurt in the crash. The road was back open in time for the morning commute. At number 3, Mainers are really excited about the return of the Maine Whoopie Pie Festival. Organizers announced this week the sweet summer tradition will be back in downtown Dover-Foxcroft this June. The festival will include dozens of bakers and thousands of whoopie pies. In past years, the celebration has included live music, rides, and games for kids, as well as artists, vendors, and lots of food and activities. This year's festival will be held on Saturday, June 24th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is $6 per person, and kids under 12 and are 12 can get in for free. In second place, a beaver has a night on the town and explores everything downtown Brunswick has to offer. Brunswick dispatchers say they started receiving a call after call on Friday about a large rodent making its way through downtown on Main Street. Police eventually found the furry fiend and locked him up, but not for long. Officers questioned the 40-pound North American beaver. Turns out his name is Chuck. He was just taking a look around town. Chuck was eventually released in Anniversary Park. And our most clicked on story this week, Mainers honor the life and legacy of love left by the man we now know was the Valentine's Day bandit. Kevin Farman died at his home in Falmouth last week. Many knew him as a loving husband and father and teacher at Southern Maine Community College. But his family revealed Farman was also the driving force behind a small group of Cupids who put up hundreds of hearts all over Greater Portland in the early morning hours every Valentine's Day. Farman took over the tradition from someone else back in the mid-1970s. He kept it going for more than 4 decades. Farman's wife said she's confident that tradition will carry on.